Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another Broku no Hero video. Today we're going to talk about My Hero Academia and talk a bit about the climax, like the end of the My Villain Academia arc. And basically, Deku's future is a bit grim. Now, of course, I don't think he's going to die or anything. I don't think that's going to be like overall like ending to be a terrible thing for him. I'm just talking about like the near future might not be so great for him. And so this will feature My Hero Academia manga spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you might want to click away and go read the manga. But anyways, if you guys do enjoy the video, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications to be notified every time I upload. And also, my Twitter is linked in the description. You can follow me, and my Discord as well if you want to join my Discord. So anyways, basically what happens with the My Villain Academia arc is the League of Villains, which gets a new name called the Paranormal Liberation Front. Basically, several of the League of Villains members got amps in power. Most importantly is Shigaraki, who's likely, with his new amp, is a top-tier villain, like in terms of power. Now, don't know if he'd be on All for One's level yet, but I mean, he did level a huge chunk of a city and fought against Redestro, who was a leader of his own group. And I would say that Redestro might be a top-tier villain, but Shigaraki just basically, once he awakened his power completely, he pretty much fodderized him. And with this defeat of Redestro, the Liberation Army is joined together with the League of Villains to form the now Paranormal Liberation Front. So now the League of Villains went from this pretty small group to a giant army, with the addition of Redestro, who's a powerful villain. Well, because he wasn't really a villain before, but anyways, they have now a massive army of quirk users, and they have a very large supply of money and people with authority and power. They have people who work in the corporations, so they have a lot of influence, a lot of money, a lot of power. And so that was one of the issues before, is they didn't really have a lot of money. And so he has to add this with is that now Gigantomachia sees Shigaraki as the successor, so now he's on the side of Shigaraki. And the Doctor now is going to give Shigaraki and the League of Villains, or the new group, the Paranormal Liberation Front, is going to give them basically even more support, his full support. Probably give him basically even more Nomus and even more powerful Nomus than the high end that it took Endeavor like all of his might to defeat. And what's probably going to happen is the potential prison break, which is a lot of people have been talking about. The prison break is, just be breaking out a lot of the villains. Hero Killer Stain and All for One, those two main ones, and then probably more. And Hero Killer Stain, the thing with him is, I wonder what side he'll choose here. Because, he's a bit more of a gray area villain, where he does, he's a hero killer, but he kills heroes he thinks are corrupt. He actually likes the heroes that are good, hence why he saved Deku from a Nomu. Now you have all of this, the League of Villains that have now been forged into the Paranormal Liberation Front have been built up now. The members got stronger, they have a bigger army with Redestro, a huge supply of money and influence, anti-quirk bullets, Gigantomachia, the Doctor to make even more Nomus, and if they break out villains from prison, it'll be even worse. Now with All Might gone, and it's likely, Mirio was going to be potentially the #1 hero once he finally got out of school. With him not having a quirk anymore, the Hero Association's at a weak point. And with this Paranormal Liberation Front in a new peak, it is prime time to attack. Why build up Shigaraki and the League of Villains just for them to wait to attack? I honestly think that they will, and they must attack soon. Endeavor and the heroes likely won't be able to stop them. Deku will definitely not be able to stop them. Deku with only 20% of One for All, and not even close to mastering Black Whip or his other quirks. He is, he's probably not gonna, I'm sure he could take out, regular members of the Paranormal, I'm just calling it the PLF. I bet he could take out regular members of the PLF, but Shigaraki's probably bodying him. Redestro, this probably going to be a really tough fight for Deku, but basically, I just think that what's going to happen soon is the League of Villains, or the PLF, is going to, attack. They're going to strike. They're going to make their move. They might even take over UA, Umbridge style from Harry Potter, where it's completely changing UA. Maybe training UA into a villain school or something like that. But Yeah, I don't think that Deku is going to be strong enough to stop them. Definitely Class 1A or Class 1B, they're not going to be enough to stop the hero, or stop the PLF. All Might's not a hero anymore. Best Genus is potentially dead. I mean, they do have Hawks on the inside, but we don't necessarily know what's going to happen. But what I think might happen is the PLF might take over Japan, or they might take over the huge chunks of Japan, which might force Deku to flee the country and follow kind of a similar path to what All Might had to do. All Might had to flee the country, and he had to go to the United States of America. What if Deku has to also flee the country and go to the United States of America? Now, the United States of America is a place where we've seen a bit of in My Academia, but it's something that I want to see more of, and I know other fans do as well, to see what America, like a lot more of what America is like in My Hero Academia. Because I haven't read Vigilantes yet either. I know there's some more information on that, but so if there's more information on America and Vigilantes, if I get anything wrong, that's my bad, but I am planning on reading that soon. I read the first chapter like a month ago, and I'm going to start reading that regularly pretty soon and get caught up, because it does seem like a really good story so far. But anyways, with how in Japan in My Academia, the quirks are heavily regulated, even though it's an extension of yourself. Well, in America, we have the Second Amendment that lets you, bear arms, have weapons, and have guns. Well, if America is like it is in real life in My Academia, then I'm sure that the Second Amendment would cover your quirks. And now, of course, in a lot of places, it's not legal to be a vigilante in the United States, but it would be legal to just use your quirk in self-defense, or to use it in public, as long as you're not messing with other people. So America might be very different, where you can just openly use your quirk as long as you're following the laws, as long as you're not breaking any laws, or just going in and breaking anybody else's rights. So Deku might need to go to America, meet with people, meet with heroes there. They might have to train up Deku to go help Japan. I mean, Japan and America are allies in real life. Maybe Japan and America are allies in this story. And it might be Deku with some of maybe his friends who escaped, teaming up with American heroes to go against the PLF. But anyways, I think that Deku might have a grim future. We might see friends of Deku die. We might see some of them get hurt really badly. We might see a lot of bad stuff happen. And that's why Deku's near future, in my opinion, is not great. Now, of course, his overall future is going to be good, because he does narrate the story sometimes, and he does say that he's basically become the best hero ever. So therefore, he's going to get out of this. He's going to be fine. But he might lose people in the process. The consequences of what will happen with the world might be very negative, and so he might have a very bad future in the near future. But then he'll get out of it, because it's a shonen, and Deku is destined to be the greatest hero ever. But overall, I did love My Villain Academia. That arc was really, really good, and just interested to see what the PLF does next. I do think they will strike soon, and then this will be something where we might get Deku having to flee the country. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...